And we can express slope in a couple of different ways. If we have 2 points, again, points are always in the form x comma y, we can take those points, subtract the y values, and then divide it by the x value subtracted, and that will give us the slope. Again, m is the variable that we use to represent the slope. But if we're looking at a graph, we think about rise over run. That's something I'm sure you heard last year in Mr. Fosnot or Mr. Stork's class. And again, rise meaning how much the line goes up or down, divided by run, how much the line goes left or right. So again, another way to think of that is the vertical change divided by the horizontal change. And again, if we think about those activities that we're going to do, a line will always have a positive slope if it's going uphill, again, uphill thinking about a truck or a car or something going up it, from left to right. So this line here is going up from left to right, so that would have a positive slope. And the opposite, if a line has a negative slope, that means it's going down, again, from left to right.
Alright, so to go over this again, or a little bit deeper, we are looking at the problems for Monday, November 9th, and again, this is all about slope. So again, if we look at our definition at the top, it says slope. In mathematics, slope of a line is a number that describes both the direction and the steepness of a line. The slope is calculated by finding the ratio of vertical change to the horizontal change between any 2 points on the line. So, if we think about it, the steeper the line is, the higher the slope will be. So if you have a slope of 1, that line won't be very steep. If you have a slope of 20, that line will be extremely steep. So if we look at the first one, and we think back to what was just said, this line is decreasing from left to right, so that means our slope should be negative. So again, I'm going to write out the equation. M is what slope stands for, and we said it was the rise over the run. So in this case, I'm going to connect my 2 dots with 2 straight lines that create a triangle. Now, the rise is how much it goes up or down. If it goes down, the rise number is going to be negative. So if I look at this one, my rise is going downwards to get to my second point. So that goes down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it goes down 7. That means my rise is negative 7. And then it goes over, or runs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have negative 7 over 9 as my slope of this line. And again, it is rise divided by run. Our run is always going to be positive if you use this same format. It's always the rise. If it goes down, it's negative. If it goes up, it's positive. If we look at number 2, very similar. These are all going to be just finding the slope. I wanted to make sure we mastered all of this stuff on graphs. Number 2, if we look from left to right, this is rising or increasing, so that means our slope is going to be positive. So again, if I write out our formula, slope is the rise divided by the run, or rise over run. And again, if I create my little triangle to connect my 2 points that are given, our rise this time we can tell goes upwards. So it goes up 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll have 4 as our rise. And then it runs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 4 over 6 is my slope. And if we're thinking about in Khan Academy or on the quizzes, it always wants you to reduce that. We can reduce that to 2/3. Again, 4 and 6 are both even, so we can reduce that to 2/3. So our slope is 2 over 3. Alright, and the last one I'm going to do with you today is number 3 here. And again, if we think about it, we're looking from left to right. this is a decreasing. This is going downward, so that means our slope again should be negative. So at the end, if we have a positive slope, we know we did something wrong. So again, our formula is rise divided by run, or rise over run. If we look at this problem, now we've created our triangle so that we can get our rise and our run. And it goes down again, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it goes down 4, again that makes it negative, so my rise is negative 4, again because it's going down. And then it goes over, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it goes over 5. So 5 will be my run. So we have negative 4/5, that can't be reduced, so the slope here is negative 4/5, or negative 4/5.